When the rumors and reports started flying about Pat McAfee potentially exiting his big deal with FanDuel and instead taking a big deal with ESPN, moving to ESPN, a lot of people didn't want it to be true. A lot of people said it can't be true because, Pat McAfee said they wouldn't change, so how could they think about going to ESPN? Well, here it is. Officially, just about 30 or 40 minutes ago, Pat McAfee made the announcement himself. They are indeed moving to ESPN. Pat McAfee show moving to ESPN, contract reportedly worth more than 8 figures per year. Now, of course, Pat McAfee did it in typical Pat McAfee fashion. They are trying to tell everybody, hey, listen, nothing's going to be different. Everything's going to be the same. We're not changing, but they are going to ESPN. So let's listen to some of what they did. We'll play a little bit of the opening, right? They start the opening by saying, oh, look, things are going to be so different, guys. But no, really, they're not.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have some massive news. Our show is going to be entering its next phase. In doing so, we must say thank you to AJ Hawk for all of his time and contributions to the program.
I'm sure I had a jolly good time, fellas. I'll see you later.
I'd also like to announce that the Toxic Table will no longer be toxic. No, instead, there'll be the Suit and Tie Table.
There's a little bit of this making fun of, oh, look at, everybody thinks we're going to be all different if we change, blah, 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 anything like that. He's saying, no, definitively, we are not. That's not going to happen, but they are definitely moving. I understand why he wants to tell them because there's a lot of people, when they heard that Pat McAfee is actually considering going to ESPN, they're like, what are you doing? Aren't your hands going to be tied? Aren't they going to stop you from talking about some things? Well, here's Pat McAfee's response to that.
Our fans and I have created has been studied, accepted, and ultimately seemingly appreciated by these multi-billion-dollar networks with hundreds, if not thousands of employees. It only happens because of all you motherfuckers that watch and follow along. With that being said, the rumors were accurate, but they didn't tell the entire tale. Beginning this fall, our show will be live on ESPN, ESPN Plus, and ESPN's YouTube all at the same damn time.
So ESPN, ESPN Plus, and ESPN's YouTube will be simulcast all at the same time officially from the mouth of Pat McAfee.
It'll be Get Up, First Take, then our program on ESPN and ESPN Plus, and our show will be live on ESPN's YouTube as well. I wouldn't agree to a deal if we couldn't continue to hang out every day with the YouTube community. This show will always remain free to people. Just know that this YouTube thing here, this will always exist. It was actually a sticking point in some conversations with some networks. And now, our show will also be on in every airport, cafe, restaurant, house, etc., with the incomparable power of ESPN. Out of respect for that, we have decided that we won't be saying fuck nearly as much, but every other word is good to go. Shout out Michael Jordan in The Last Dance. They had a lot of success. He said fuck all the time. We won't be doing that because it's middle of the day, but everything else will be good. This guy's a loose cannon.
Yeah. All right, so they're saying they are going to censor the language. You get that. I think everybody understands that if they're going to be on ESPN, the portions are going to be on ESPN, you can't be saying fuck all the time. But this is part of the thing that people are talking about. I trust that Pat McAfee doesn't want to change things. I trust that he wants to keep everything the same. I trust that if he thought that he was going to have to bend the knee and do all these things, that he wouldn't have gone there. He already has a lot of money. He already can get a lot of money with a lot of other places. I don't think he would have had to do that, and I don't think he would have. However, that's one of the reasons that people are worried. But he goes on to say everything else is going to be the same.
This part's important, though, for folks who were speaking out of pocket and rather disrespectful last week. Relax. We will still have full creative control of the program. I will never, ever sacrifice this show for anything. Why would ESPN want to license our show and then change it entirely? That would make no sense. Why would I want to go to a place and have to change the program entirely? That makes no sense.
We're too dumb to change.
Jimmy Pitaro and I have had incredible conversations about what ESPN can look like tomorrow and how it doesn't have to be what it looked like yesterday or even today. The program will never lose its soul. The Toxic Table is still going to be. AJ Hawk ain't going anywhere. Aaron Rodgers Tuesday.
And my intention was to play for the New York Jets.
That's a big thing, keeping Aaron Rodgers on. We know a lot of people at ESPN don't like Aaron Rodgers.
in the trenches, everything DB, Coach P's Keys. Our show is still our show, just with a bit more reach and access due to partnering with the worldwide leader. In closing.
So there you have it. There's Pat McAfee. They're not changing, but they are going to ESPN. Again, there's a lot of people, even here in the comment section of this channel, that told me, hey, Pat said that they're not changing. That means they're not going. Now, it was pretty clear what he was trying to say. He was trying to make people feel better about when this news eventually did come out. And now here it is. They're headed to ESPN. They're saying nothing's changing. They're saying they're not being controlled. Hopefully that's the case. I think if the vast majority of people trust that Pat McAfee is going to continue to do the things that have made him great. But here it is. Pat McAfee headed to ESPN. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.